Are we live? What's up, guys? So we are live. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Flash and Tech show now. So every Monday we will be switching from channel to channel. Me and Tech, we will be doing our live streams, and this is what it's going to be called now. We have come up with the name, and so I just wanted to welcome you guys, and we're going to go ahead and bring David on right now. What's going on, David? How are you, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Everything's good, man. No complaints on this end.
Good deal, good deal.
Just enjoyed the weekend. Actually, I'm still on this. I'm off on Monday, so this is still technically my weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's good, man. Everything's good. Good to see you here.
Awesome. Yeah, good to have you back, and it's nice to finally do another live stream. On my channel. This is my second one, so we had those issues before. Whenever we were trying to set up the first live stream here on the channel. But how's it going, everybody? If you're in here, just say, what's up? Give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate you guys. Also, let us know how the sound is here. Because we're always having some kind of technical difficulties, it seems like, right?
It's gonna happen. That's the nature of doing live streams. You're always gonna have issues. That's just the way things go.
So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. You want to go ahead and throw some shout outs out here? We got some of your people in here as well.
Yeah, if you guys are in the building, just let us know you're here. Just give us a little emoticon or something, happy face, something. We'll give you a couple minutes to do that.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a couple minutes.
Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and do that shout out. I want to make sure we acknowledge everybody that's in the room. And really appreciate you guys for stopping by. And like Jason was saying, the new name of the show is going to be the Flash and Tech Show. And that's going to be every Monday. Every Monday we're shooting for 5 p.m.
Pacific time. Yep. So 7 p.m. Central.
So, yeah. So we'll do that. And then we're going to get a logo going and all that stuff. So we'll have that going. We're gonna go back and forth from my channel to Jason's channel. Just keep going back and forth like that, so you guys will be able to see us. So every other week, and you guys will know, especially if you're a part of the WhatsApp group or the Facebook group, you're gonna know. I guess the easiest way to look at it is every other week. We'll be on. I'll have it on my channel every other week. He'll have it on his channel.
Yep.
It's the best way I think we can do it. I know it might get a little confusing, but hopefully you guys will figure out the schedule, and we'll keep you guys posted too.
Yep. We sure will. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the new Marriott Bonvoy bonus that's just been re-released basically. So this promotion ended at the end of March of this year, where they were giving away that 100,000 point sign up bonus for signing up for the Marriott Bonvoy Business Amex. And as of recently, it has just, started back up. And so it's, they reopen applications so where you're able to get that 100,000 sign up offer. I can't remember if it was 3,000 or 5,000, which was the minimum spend to get that 100,000, but I was able to get that minimum spend from March, and then after March it had dropped down to 75,000. So if you're trying to stay under 524 and you want to get an extra 100,000 points pretty easily, then I would suggest going after that card. I do have a link for my Marriott Bonvoy card for the 100K offer down in the description if you guys want to apply for it. It's completely up to you. I mean, I don't care. And then also the Business Platinum has also come out with the 100K offer as well. I was targeted for it, and I'm not exactly sure yet if I'm going to apply for it. I don't know yet. It's the $595 annual fee. I just can't get around that one. Before we get into that, just want to let you guys know the topics for right now, and then we'll obviously push along as it is. But we're going to go ahead and get into some shout outs. I say we have about 12 people in here right now, so let's go ahead and get into some shout outs.
Yeah, man.
Get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into some shout outs. So let's go ahead and
Okay, and Jason, I say my mic is down a little bit low, so if you
Okay.
can
Yeah. I
just
got you.
bump it up a little bit.
I got you covered.
Uh, so and I'll do the shout outs that way you can kind of adjust it. You
Yeah,
guys
you
let
go
us
right
know
ahead.
if the audio on my end sounds okay. All right, so let's see. Wayne's in the building. Thank you for stopping by. Dolly, thank you for stopping by. Mr. Choco, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Nate and Jess, what's going on, guys? Thank you for stopping by. Zach, thank you for stopping
What's
by.
up, Zach? What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Jessica, how you doing? Brian, thank you for stopping by. James, what's going on, buddy?
He said Kobe and Shaq. Hey,
Go
go
Bears.
Bears for sure. They didn't win, but hey, it's all good. We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah.
Cakeology, what's going on, brother? Thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you for stopping by. The Joe Hill
Cakeology.
Experience. What's going on, man?
Yeah, Joe Hill. Thank you for stopping by. Will Walker. We here. Hell yeah, we're here, buddy. So let's do it. Yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the new Bonvoy and the new Platinum, the business card offers? So, just leave your comments down in the section. If you have anything specifically for, for David or myself, then just put at Flash or put at Tech. So, if you guys have any questions, just put them down in the comment section, and we'll try to answer them the best we can. That's basically what we do, but. Yeah. So what do you think about this right now, David? What do you think about these sign up offers increasing? Do you think it's just a ploy by American Express to try to steal some customers away, or do you think
Always a ploy, man.
Well,
it's a business, right?
well, yeah, of course.
So,
I mean, but at the same
they're-
time, like I feel like maybe they're starting to once all those credit. Once those hacks kind of, they kind of started, cracking down on those hacks, like the airline fee hack and all that stuff. I feel like they might have started losing, some traction on their applications because, they did the 4X on dining and the 4X on groceries with the gold. And then I can't remember if they added any benefits to the platinum, but, they took away the priority pass restaurant credit, and so I would imagine like they also said they were starting to lose money and whatnot, so I would imagine they're what do you think's going on here with these business card increases?
I think from time to time, we see this with all the different cards they'll do their little promo, and I think it's more of kind of like a feeler out there just to see if people are they're receptive, like if they bite on it. But obviously, they want more business, and maybe the Chase Ink cards are having an impact because like we always talk about the Chase Ink cards. You have the Chase Ink Business Preferred card. That's 80,000 sign up bonus. So maybe be one up them and go with 100,000.
Right.
So we'll see how it works. Even though those cards aren't comparable in the sense that one is American Express Platinum is a higher
annual fee
card.
Yeah, for sure,
but I think we can all argue that Chasing Business Preferred is a really good card, and it gives you some real good earn possibility with 3% back on certain categories. So let's see. We got some other. We got echo in the room.
there's more echo.
So just make sure, because I'm not using the mic here, so there should be no echo. So if you on your end, Jason, just make sure that our desktop audio is not playing.
Yeah, the desktop audio is off, man. As I'm looking, is it coming from me? The echo?
I don't. I think the desktop should be on. So it should be one track desktop for me, and then one track for you, and then nothing else for any.
Right. So I had the video capture device off, so I feel like I'm just getting the microphone sound from me.
Just bear with us, guys.
It's a curve. It's a learning curve, and this says you have a little bit of an echo on your side.
Yeah, that's what they're saying on my side. I don't know where it would be coming from though.
Yeah.
So we're working all this through. through Jason Software.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's another way to do it that I'm going to show them how to do. So hopefully it'll be fine after that. Let's see. Flashpoint Capital is fine. Better. All right. We'll just run with it. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. If it does, then I hate that. You do a whole video and then it just, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, same.
As long as you guys can hear us and tell what we're saying, then we'll just kind of get through it that way.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys. We both appreciate you guys sticking by us and letting us know. That goes a long way. Dolly, all you guys that are in the room that always let us know, hey, yeah, it sounds a little different or something like that. We really appreciate that, because there's nothing worse than doing an hour-long or 2-hour-long live stream, and I've done this before, and the audio is just it's so bad that you wouldn't want to even listen to it or watch it, and that's the worst, because it's like, oh man, I did this and now I gotta just delete it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I heard some of the sound from the last video, and I was just like, oh my god, like it was horrible. But anyways, let's, guys, keep us up to date on that. We'll try to adjust as we go. Obviously it's live, so we're kind of having to just adjust on the fly, but you guys just keep us up to date on how everything sounds, video quality, anything like that. And so we'll go ahead and just keep pushing through. But so again, have you ever thought of getting any of the Amex business cards at all? I mean, because technically it would keep you under 524 if you were trying to get, Chase cards.
Yeah.
Still, so.
So the way that I look at it, yes, I think the platinum that I do get is most likely going to be the Amex Platinum is going to be the business version. I just think it's better all around. K-College, you could probably chime in and let us talk to.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
But just the fact that $550 annual fee now becomes a tax write-off. That's something that's really appealing to me. So once I get my LLC going and all that, and I don't need to even wait for that, but I kind of want to get all my everything going with the business, and I think I will go with the Amex Platinum, the business version.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they'll let us do a live show from jail, TEC. TEC, credit card fraud or tax fraud. So I don't think there'd be a way for that to happen. But I was looking over, some of the other promotions that were out there. And, the one thing I still just can't get past right now with American Express is getting their credits. And it seems like, as time passes on, like they're not really allowing us to redeem those credits. I can tell you, I went on my, I think we were on your channel last week, and, I mentioned that I was able to get the taxes, on the flights that I redeem with points. I'll pay the tax with that card, if it's if it's for my airline. And so, I looked at my statement, they credited me that money back. So that's one way that it can work. But I always feel like that gift card hack that they were allowing for such a long time was probably the best way for anyone to redeem it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I bought a drink on my flight back, and it was like $6. So I'm like, okay, like $6. I mean, I still have like $94 or whatever it is that I had remaining on my airline fee credit to get back. But I mean, I don't plan on flying the rest of the year, so it makes it kind of tough.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate too, because when you look at it, you're now like forcing people to do stuff that's not their normal practice.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I generally don't, and I don't know about you, but when I'm on a flight, I usually don't buy alcohol or anything like that.
Right.
Or buy food or anything like that. Usually I don't. So now you're kind of forcing people, in order to get this credit, you have to do this in order to get it. And I'm not cool with that. I don't condone that when it comes to hitting sign-up bonuses. I don't
Right.
condone that for anything.
Right.
You should-
Spending
you
spending
shouldn't
outside of
change-
your means for sure.
Yeah, you shouldn't change your way of doing things. You should be able to do it the same way, and that's what I really like about Chase Sapphire Reserve, the credit. It's your normal thing. I don't have to think, oh, I need to use this credit. I just
Right.
say, oh, I want to travel somewhere, and I use it, and then automatically it comes off my account.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah, so funny thing is, I know we're talking about the Amex business cards, but I think I remember telling you I had 8 points earning cards, but I had 9 cards total. Well, my very first card that I ever applied for was the Capital One non-secured, the MasterCard, right? The Platinum MasterCard or whatever. And that was just to start my credit off and all that. Well, I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but I got an upgrade offer from them for no reason. Like I stopped using the card basically, like just so I can start increasing. Like I do this for like a little trick of mine because they report to all 3 credit bureaus. They report to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So what I'll do is every month I'll just buy a pack of gum with that card, and then I have it on auto pay, and so no matter what, it's increasing my payments. You know what I'm saying? Like I always have like all those extra payments added to my credit report. So I always like to do those little hacks like that. I know it's only $1, but for my everyday spend, I always make sure that I'm trying to maximize with cards. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and send those down into the
put it in the chat.
Put them in the chats. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to see if there were any questions here.
Yeah,
So,
I think there was 1 or 2. I'm going to go back up in a second.
Yeah.
But also, guys, hit the like button. We got about 14 likes here. We got about 17 people in the room. So please hit the like button. That will bring some more people in, so they can enjoy in the fun, right? So go and hit that like button for us. And let's see. I know James had a question early on. Let's see. Back to James.
Oh, does store cards count towards 524? Yes.
Yeah, so good question. Yeah. Anytime they're going to do they're going to pull your credit. So they do a hard pull and there's a new inquiry, or a new account open. That's what they're looking at. That's what Chase looks at. So whether it be a store branded credit card or a regular credit card.
So anytime you go to the mall and they're like, would you like to get an extra 15% off by signing up for our credit card? Just say no, because in the end, that 15% is not worth it. And then realistically, how often do you shop at that specific store to get enough value from that card, So I almost did this with Best Buy one time. And at that time, I was actually buying a shitload of stuff at Best Buy. And I was like, oh, maybe this might work. And it, I ended up not getting approved for it. And the reason why I didn't was because that was around the time that I didn't understand at the time that someone had stole my identity and, taken my credit to shit. But thank goodness thank God that it happened, kind of, because, then I would have had some credit card that I didn't even want, that I wouldn't even be using right now. So, all that stuff really made me pay attention to all of my, credits. So.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because I just went to Target, and Target has that, they have that 5%, the credit card, you get 5% off everything. And there was a gentleman in front of me, and he was just ranting and raving about that to the cashier. Like, I get 5% back. I get this, I get that. 5% back is really good. If you shop at Target a lot, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for sure, of course.
But just to go into that store, and they offer, like, every time I go in there, pretty much every time, offer me. You want to get 5% off is what they say, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, who's going to say no? But you got to know that they want you to get their credit card.
Yeah, exactly. So I have but go ahead. No, you go right ahead. I'll remember this.
Yeah, so it was just funny just to hear him. He was all happy about it. And he might shop at Target a lot, so
right.
Maybe it's really beneficial to him. But for me to be there, just thinking, okay, well, yeah, I might not get 5% off, but I can get something by using
Oh, for sure.
credit cards, and then I
Yeah,
can use
exactly.
that to do something that I really want to use it for. Because realistically, I don't really. Yeah, I can save 5% on Target purchases, or I can earn points and use those points to fly somewhere.
And hop on. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say hop on a plane somewhere. Yeah.
And get much better value.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Like that 5% is probably worth at least, 20 cents at least rather than 5 cents,
You can make it work. You can fly. You can fly the way you've never flown before. You can fly business class, first class, and it's totally affordable. Just like I said, I'm going to Colombia in less than a month now. I'm flying business class the whole way. I'm even going to have a nice, business class experience on the way back and on a Dreamliner.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You have these opportunities by earning points this way. So my whole thing is, if you go to Target and you like that whole percent thing, get 5% off. The Target credit card, you already have the Target credit card.
Right.
Then you're looking good for travel credit cards because you can earn points. You can earn 5% off.
Well, the thing is that I think that, I see this a lot, actually. I see people that will get a Target credit card, but then they'll also have like a Forever 21 credit card. And then they'll also have a Victoria's Secret credit card. And then they'll also have like a whatever other store is in the mall credit card. And they're like, well, I save all this money here. And it's like, and then finally, I've actually seen it where people have actually found out about the points earning cards, and they're like, oh, my credit's good enough to get these points now, and I want to get these cards. And then they're not eligible for them because they're like 10, 24, and they're trying to get a Chase card. It's like, okay, well, most of them don't know. You can go in branch if you want to try to go a roundabout way, and most times you can get approved. That's kind of the as of late, that's the new kind of hack to get around 524, in which I've heard, people, who is it? Is it Wise Flies? I think he's got 50 credit cards now, and he just got like a Chase card, and he's like 49 and 24 or something like that. I don't know what he has. He's like way way over that shit. I'm like, no, there's no way. I couldn't manage 50 credit cards, but yeah, whatever you got to do. But anyways,
we should start doing it on this show, and I'm saying it right now. So we should start doing like kind of like a credit card evaluation. So like, look at what people have in their arsenal already. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out there that have credit. I mean, let's just face it. Most of us do have a credit card, at least one.
Yeah.
Maybe not a travel credit card, but most of us have either a store credit card or a regular credit card from our bank. Yep. We should start like doing evaluations, like looking at different credit cards, because I think when I first started out with credit cards, I was always looking for the lowest interest rate. And I'm thinking, okay, I have good credit, I should be able to get the lowest interest rate. Yeah. That's the credit card that I want.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we should be looking at cards that give us something. Like,
no, I agree.
Get a card that's not going to give you something in return.
Yeah, for sure.
And even if you're paying an annual fee, try to get you're going to. Hopefully, if you pay an annual fee on a card, you want to get that annual fee back every year, but then you want to get more than that.
Right. It's definitely you want to get outsized value for sure. So I want to go into the questions. So everyone is saying our sound is better, so that's good. So Zach had a question. He said, "Do any of the cards have annual spending minimums?" Most cards don't have an annual spending minimum. They
won't tell us.
Yeah,
they won't tell us what they're. Yeah, they just don't. They won't say that you need to spend this amount of money, but some cards will.
Yeah, so like with my Hilton Surpass card, if I want to get an annual free night with that card, I have to spend $15,000 in a given year. So at this point in time, my everyday spending goes on that card. And that's just so I can get that free night. And a lot of people don't know that there is a lot of value in one annual night at a Hilton, because it's pretty much uncapped. And by uncapped, I mean with other programs you might see like you can redeem a free night for up to 35,000 points or up to 40,000 points. With this, it's pretty much uncapped in it's only restricted to like the higher tier category hotels that they have out there. So like for Hilton, I believe it's category 7 and 8. But from category 6 down, I can redeem that free night. And I mean, there's a lot of pretty badass hotels that are in category 6, even a category 5 Hilton, where you can get that free night. If you have the Aspire card, that's free. I mean, that annual free night comes every year that you pay the annual fee. But for the most part, there isn't really any minimum spending that you have to do throughout the year, only if you want to get that extra, benefit from that card. So that's like the incentive. Like you get this free night where you can go to like a Conrad, which, I mean, most Conrads are pretty nice. What are some other Hiltons? Would you happen to know off the top of your head? Off the top of my head, I mean, I don't really know.
Yeah. I'm not big on Hilton, but the Garden Inn is one that comes to mind.
Okay.
And then obviously the regular standard Hilton.
Right.
Property.
Yeah.
I don't stay at too many Hiltons. I haven't really been satisfied with my Hilton stays. I said this before, but I did stay at a Hilton, like a resort and spa out in Lake Mead, Nevada. That was a good experience. It was a really, really nice hotel.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, like, I have not stayed at a Hilton where I was like, oh yeah, you know what, I want to come back here, or I want to make a commitment to stay at more Hiltons.
Okay, so David is saying a Waldorf Astoria is a Hilton property. I didn't know that off the top of my head, so I appreciate that, David. He says it's 3:02 a.m. in Spain.
Oh, so you're still out there?
Yeah, he's out there.
In Spain.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Awesome. So I appreciate the loyalty, David. You're always promoting tech and myself. So I appreciate that a lot. So there's really no there's no minimum spendings on any card. It's only if you want to get that extra benefit, then they'll give you like an incentive. Like what's on some of these other cards? It's like outrageous. It's like you can get another free night if you spend 60,000 in a year, and I'm like, okay, y'all can kiss my ass with that. It's like, I mean, unless you do a whole bunch of outrageous spending, that's probably for the top 5% that are going to hit those. Or someone whose job is to travel on a regular basis, and they're able to put that on their card, and then get sent back to them by the company, you know what I mean? So get it refunded by the company. So yeah. And there was one more I saw down here.
There's one about the Venture One that Choco said. Go over that one.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was looking for. So Choco, man, you were saying I can upgrade to the Venture One. Well, I didn't ask for the upgrade, and they only offered, the email that I got from Capital One was to go to the no annual fee Quicksilver card. And so that's all they were offering. I didn't try to call them or, be like, hey, I want to upgrade my card or anything like that. They were just like, hey, you've been a customer with us for so long, we're going to, would you like to upgrade your card so you can start earning rewards with us? And I'm assuming that's because they want me to start spending on the card, because I really haven't spent a lot on the card. And basically, like, they were just offering the Quicksilver, the no annual fee, 1.5% cash back, whatever. And I may use it. I mean, that's an extra whatever, that credit limit that I can utilize. But I'm not sure if I want to have cash back. Well, actually, I don't want to have cash back. So I may only use it just for, if I don't have one of my other points earning cards with me, which most times, I have them with me. There's maybe been like one instance where I didn't have any card with me, and luckily the place that I was buying something from had Apple Pay, so I had all my cards that are able to be on Apple Pay. I had it there, at my disposal. So it worked out. But in any event, like, that card would just, it would probably still just sit around. If I were able to get the Venture 1 card, I would definitely use it for, 10x back at hotels.com. The only thing is that I wanted to get the Venture card or even the Venture 1 card, because obviously that's the no annual fee card, and if the less annual fees I have to pay, if I don't feel like I'm going to get a lot of value from the card, the better. So I don't think I would use that 10x at hotels.com very often. And then on top of that, I heard that they may not renew the contract with hotels.com in January. So, I don't know. What do you think, David? Would you?
They have to. I would hope they do.
You have the card, don't you?
I don't. No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I say it's a good card for beginners to get, but I don't have that card. No. They need to work really hard to keep that partnership going.
Yeah, I would agree.
Think that's a real good perk to have that card. I mean, that card has some really good potential. I think Capital One right now is still working out the kinks when it comes to their whole transfer partners and everything, and they do have some work to do when it comes to that, because they're still not at the level of even Citi or Amex Platinum,
right?
Citi, Amex, or Chase. And it's not expected that they would be. They just started their transfer partners, so they're going to have to kind of work things out. But I think that hotels.com, that 10 points for every dollar spent, that's a real good perk. And I think it kind of gets people looking at the Capital One card because of that, or at least the Venture card. Okay, there's a good question here, and I was actually trying to do some research. Can you think of a hotel branded card that's a business?
Yeah, so the Hilton business and the my Marriott Bonvoy business is an Amex, and I saw a question actually from, I think it's Nate and Jess. They were asking about the. What were they asking about? Was it the business card that gives a free night?
Yeah, free night. Yes, I was looking for the free night.
So actually, there is, and it's the Marriott Bonvoy Business American Express. It's a mouthful, but shit. Okay. Yeah, so it's a mouthful, but they do give you a free night every year just for paying the annual fee. Fortunately enough for me, I was able to get my $95 annual fee locked in. So it was waived for the first year, and then it's locked in moving forward because I applied before the March 28th deadline. Now the annual fee for that card now has gone up to $125. A lot of people say, after the third year, my card will go up to $125. Now I talked to an American Express rep about that, and they said since I was able to get that promotion when I did before it ended, that I will not see a $125 increase. And obviously I've only had the card for less than a year, so right now I'm sitting at, I haven't had to pay the annual fee yet. It said it in my card agreement that it would be $95, so I'm going to trust that. And if it ends up going up to $95 or to $125, then I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because I'm not using the card as much anymore. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Choco has a question. Let's see. Can you get more value from signing up for new card bonus instead of the 150 grand for just?
I think he meant 15K. I think he meant 15K.
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think you can. The only thing is that you're still going to have to hit a minimum spend, no matter what, just to get the bonus. And then on top of that, it's like I'm already doing the spending as it is anyways, and I'm not really in the market, or I'm not looking to get any new cards right now. Like, I'm at 424 and I could apply for new Chase cards, but I'm just trying to slow it down this year. I'm not going to apply for any more cards this year. And so I'm just trying to, slow everything down for a little bit. And so since I'm already going to be doing the spending, And it's just everyday expenses, like if I need gas, if I anything. And with that card, you earn 3 points, that isn't in the bonus category. So I'm getting 3x on every dollar I spend with the Hilton card. And if, obviously you times that by 15,000, I mean, that's a lot of points that I'm getting. Yeah. So, if I'm going to be doing the spending anyways, then I'm just going to do it. Now, obviously, if it's like something that falls within the American Express Gold card with dining and groceries, then I'm not going to do that. Or if it's like anything that's in the categories of the Chase Freedom card, I'm not going to spend on that. Just because I feel like there's more value in the Chase and American Express points. But to get that free night, I mean, I could potentially get 6 nights at a at a Hilton. If I book 5, you get the 5th night free, and then I implement that extra free night, then I could get 6 nights, and I can at least get 2 nights free, and only have to pay for 4 nights. So, I mean, there's ways to get just more value from anything. You just have to think about it. Think about the process that it's going to take.
And you need strategy too when it comes down to it, because see, this is the thing, and I think we're all kind of we all think this way, like, how can we get more points? How can we get more points? Or let's just get get more and more cards. You don't always have to do that. And you want to look, like I plan ahead so I know, okay, when I want to travel. So I can already think for next year when I want to travel and how many points it's probably going to take me to do that. A roundabout, you don't have to be precise, but
right.
There are a lot of things that I look at. So 3 nights, that's a good thing. World of Hyatt has the same thing on their card, where if you spend 15,000, you get an additional free night. So it's something to think about. You can put money on that card. You're still, as long as you're hitting the right categories, you're still going to earn points.
Yeah.
You'll earn the free night on top of those points.
Yeah, exactly.
You might even look at it, and let's say that free night is worth $200 or $300 because that free night, whatever.
And Hiltons are pretty pricey, especially especially if you're going to stay at like a Waldorf Astoria, like David was saying. So
you're looking at right there. Let's say it's $250 a night, so that's 25,000 points of value, right?
Right.
And you're spending 15,000 with the card, so you're earning points, so you're getting some more more value with those points. You don't necessarily need to jump into getting a new card just because you're running low on points. You can always look for strategies like, okay, how can I earn more points with what I have, and then wait for a time period where you do need to get a card. Like, I kind of look at, like I said, I'm already set until next summer, and I'll still have some points there. And I'm not counting the points that I'm earning right now. So I'm already set until next summer. I have 2 trips that are already planned, one that I've already paid for, so I only have to pay for 1 more trip. Mm-hmm. And then, so I can wait until like April if I want to get another card. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I really need to get that, and look at the points that I've earned from this point until then, and then decide if I want to get another card. So you don't always have to just jump right on it and get cards. It's better, I think it's better for you to start looking at cards that are going to give you value for a long period of time, for years and years, because those are your money makers. Those are the cards because if you just start jumping out there getting all these cards, you're going to find that you're going to have a bunch of cards and you're only going to be using a few of those cards, and then one day you're going to look up, although it's over time, it's not bad to have a lot of credit cards. I said over a long period of time. Mm-hmm. But still, when you have all these credit cards and you're really not using them, then you start running into issues where, I didn't use it, so now they're canceling the account or stuff like that. Or you have to have like a rotating kind of, I need to use it to buy a stick of bubble gum, so I won't. So I'll be able to keep the card and all that stuff. So for me, it's a lot easier to have less cards, but cards that are good value that will, over the years and years and years, I can use them over and over again and just keep reprinting money.
Yeah, definitely. No, of course. Yeah, for sure. So Nate and Jess, they were asking David a question. That's everything that David said is correct. So with my Marriott business card, it was $5,000 spend. and that free night every year is up to 35,000 points that you can redeem it for. So 35,000, I believe, is like a category 5 or 6 on Marriott, and it's actually not bad. So you could stay at what do they have? Do they have Thompson hotels, or is it Hilton who has Thompson? I can't remember. I think it's Hilton that has Thompson hotels, but they have some really nice hotels that you can stay at. So, or it might be Hyatt that had Thompson. It is Hyatt that has Thompson hotels. No?
Hyatt Thompson? No.
No? Okay, then I'm way off. I'm mixing
Thompson
up on my
hotels,
people.
unless that's one of the new ones they just picked up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's one of the new ones. I may be wrong. Somebody let us know in the chat.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay, yeah. So David said Marriott doesn't have Thompson. He's probably right because he's a Marriott. He's the Marriott king. He's not the Amex king. He's the Marriott king. I'm just messing with you, Dave. I'm just messing with you. So okay. So yeah, I mean,
I'm looking this up real quick.
So the
it is. Looks like.
It's a Hyatt property, right?
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
I think it is. So, yeah. So, David, yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the live stream about the 100K for the Bonvoy business card and the 100K for the platinum card. So, is there any other questions you guys have for us? We'll probably be on for about another 40 minutes or so if Tech is cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it is one of the Hyatt properties. So
it is okay. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop them down. I'm gonna look for some more.
Okay. Yeah, guys, and please, this is a good time for you to hit the like button if you can. Please hit the like button so we can bring some more people in. And we always want to try to, focus on trying to get 50 likes for each live stream that we do. It just helps get the word out. And especially being on Jason's channel, we want to try to really promote it out to a lot of the people that YouTube is already promoting his videos to. So we can bring in even more people, new audience and all that. So if you guys could please hit that like button, it really would help us out.
Yeah, so it looks like we have 18 watching. Well, I have 16 now, but I think it's 18 real live because I'm looking at it through my phone. And we have 18 likes, so that's not bad.
Yeah, but if anybody in here hasn't hit the like button, please do so. Please do so.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. So let's see. What else is out there? Wasn't there... so I have to let you guys know. I said we were going to get to it, and we are. So I went to Chicago on Thursday, and okay, I know I'm going to get some shit for this from you, David, but I flew Southwest, okay, and it was one of the best flights I'd ever been on.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
You know what? I never said that Southwest is better.
Well, yeah, that's true. But you said you and I'm right there with you. It was my first time, my second time flying because I flew him to Mexico and then I flew him to Chicago. But that morning flight was probably the best one. Now the return flight, it really made me rethink my whole It really made me rethink, okay, who am I? I think I'm going to try to fly United next time. Because... Well, no,
you know what? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Is it because of dynamic pricing? Is it because of the dynamic?
No. When it comes to flying, the only thing that I do not like about Southwest, there's only one thing, and that's just that you can't pick your seat. If you can pick your seat, I would be fine with them. Even comparing them to United, I'm sure their experience is better. And all of the rankings that I've seen, Southwest comes above United. But the fact that you can't pick your seat that's my only issue. And I guess I'm a seat snob, but I want to sit next to the window. And I don't want to be in a situation where I get to the plane late and now, I'm sitting in that middle.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So
that's the only thing that pushes me away.
So I flew Southwest, and I got an early morning flight just because I went to the game on Thursday night, and yeah, they lost. So everybody just give me crap for that. It's okay. I'm still repping them. I'm loyal to a T. Anyways, it was a 737-800, and it was a brand new plane. Only reason I could tell it was a brand new plane because the seats looked like they never been sat on, like. Where they normally give you
fresh new car smell.
Exactly. There was like lights in the center, and it was like I was like, okay, this was never on any of those other planes I flew on. And the takeoff, the flight, everything was smooth. Even the landing was smooth. Now when I came back, it was a different story. Everything looked like shit. Like it was dirty. I mean, you don't ever know really what you're going to experience, I guess I have to say, with them, because they've had to ground a lot of their planes because they're, most of their planes are Boeing planes. But yeah, that first flight was pretty exceptional, I have to say. So, yeah.
So Dolly has a question. She's asking, what do you guys think about the amount that you have to spend to get the 100,000? So what the sign-up bonus is
for
the minimum spend
for which one?
Yeah, I think she's just referring to both of them.
Yeah. So I think.
Well, let's look at Amex Platinum first. You can go ahead and look at that one.
Yeah, sure. So the Amex Platinum. Let's see what that looks like.
It's 10,000.
Is it 10,000? It's 10,000 minimum spend, right, to get the 100K.
50,000 points after spend 10,000. And an extra 50,000 points after spending 15,000, all ineligible purchases, platinum. Yeah, so that's
that's like the Hyatt card. It's tiered.
Yeah, but is it only 3 months? It looks like it's only 3 months here.
Yeah, it is 3 months. That's pretty tough to hit. So they're
almost impossible to hit.
Yeah, they're really trying to make sure. I think they made it this way because so many people. They know that there's so many people that would go after this bonus in a heartbeat, especially if it was only $10,000 in 3 months. Like a lot of people could probably hit that, Yeah. And so the original spend is 10,000. So I guess that's smart on their end, just to kind of cover their own ass. Just because I think with them already technically losing money already, like this is. This would just probably put them in a downward spiral, so to speak. So, I mean, that's tough.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking 3,000, 3,500 a month.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And that's to hit the 50,000 sign-up bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I think one thing the thing about it too is they want to make sure you're a business owner.
A business owner.
If you have a business, it's not going to be. It's in most situations, if you have a business and you have expenses, this is not going to be something that's out of the ordinary to spend in 3 months. But for a sole proprietor like myself and a lot of other people that are out there that might have applied for this card in the past, yeah, hitting that 15,000 for sure is going to be a real tough thing to do.
Okay, so we have a question from Zach, and he's asking top 3 must-haves for monthly spending. I'll let you take that one.
So top 3 must-haves for monthly spending. I'm not sure I understand exactly.
So what are your top 3 must-have cards for your monthly spending?
Oh, for my monthly spend. Gotcha,
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a card I use all the time, and then let's see, I'm using the Chasing Cash card a lot, so I will go to office supply stores and I will get my little 5% back on that, and then I think the last card that I use a lot is the Hyatt card.
Okay.
And part of it's. I mean, you still get 2% back at restaurants and stuff like that, but I do want to get that extra night, and I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So I'm using it for mainly for that purpose.
Okay.
So that's just kind of those are the cards that I'm using right now. Now the other cards I do have, I'll use from time to time, but I don't use them very often.
Yeah. So for my top 3, I have the Chase Freedom for the 5% categories that rotate every quarter, I have the Chase Ink Unlimited, just to get that 1.5% cash back. And then I also have the American Express Gold Card for dining and groceries. And so I'll use those three basically all the time. But at the moment right now, I guess, well, I have to take that back because I'm not really using my Freedom card as much, just because I'm putting a lot of spend on my Hilton card, just because I'm trying to hit that 15K to get the free night with Hilton. So so right now it's just it's my Unlimited, Ink Unlimited, it's my Hilton, and then it's my American Express Gold Card right now. That's my lineup for the moment for everything. And then everything else just kind of goes by the wayside. If I'm booking flights, I'll use my Ink Preferred, just because I get 3x on travel. So with that one, and then I have a lot of stuff. I use my Ink card for my all my other stuff, like my phone, my cable, my streaming, all that stuff, so I can get the 5x on all that stuff. So
I would have to say too, I have the Chase Ink Business Preferred card, which is the Chase Ink Business Plus card, which is the older version of the Preferred, and I just have that paying for because you get 5 points. It's just like the Ink Cash card. You get 5 points for every dollar spent on internet, phone, and cable. So that's just reoccurring payments. So I use that card every month as well.
Yeah. So Zach has another question. Non-business, like what should... Oh, okay. I think that was just to his top three. So what are the top three must-haves for spending non-business? What should every dad carry around? LOL. So, I'm a dad, so so that's my go-to right now. But I would suggest getting Chase cards always, just because the points are a lot easier to incur or just to accumulate. So
and a lot easier to redeem too. Their system isn't as convoluted as some of the others. So
I agree.
Well.
I agree.
But if it's
for
non-business, sure. The non-business, well, the other cards I'm using are business, but the Chase Sapphire Reserve for sure, and then that World of Hyatt card, I really like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a father, so you have a family, it's good to have I love staying at Hyatt properties just on my own, but for families, I think it's a really good setup. You have an additional bed. If you stay at a Hyatt place or a Hyatt house as well, you have an additional bed. It's the sofa. They all have sofas in there.
Right.
They pull out to a bed, so you have extra room. Like if you're a family of 5, that's one of the things. Usually, like if I travel with my family, I have 2 sisters, me, mom, and dad. We go anywhere, and like we've gone to Hawaii before. We stayed at a hotel prior to going to Hawaii. Like, usually we stay by the airport, whatever. But stay at a Hyatt property, a Hyatt place, you can get 2 queen size beds, plus you can get the couch that has a pull out, so you don't have to have them wheel that extra little cot in and stuff like that. So it's
and I actually just stayed at a Hyatt property this past weekend. So the Hyatt property was the Chicago Athletic Association, and so that was actually a really awesome hotel. I've never stayed there. I've only gone up to Cindy's Rooftop. It's like a really popular, kind of like a night spot that they have there. But it's also it's just like a restaurant. But, people go over there and socialize, whatever, the nightlife. They'll just hit that up. But we had like a completely different elevator that we could take. We didn't have to, usually there's a line. If you're not staying at the hotel, then you have to go up the stairs, wait in a line. And then there's like a bouncer at the front. And they're like, okay, now you guys can go. For us, we were just walking through. They're like, this is your elevator. If you want to get to Cindy's Rooftop, you don't have to wait in the line. You just hit that elevator and walk in through the back door or whatever it was. We had a separate entrance. So that was nice. And then the environment, at night after the game, we showed up, and we're kind of walking into to the hotel, and they had pool tables everywhere. They had like a little bowling area, which was pretty cool. They had darts, all kinds of things. Like it was a really cool spot to stay at, and the hotel, like the room was exceptional, and we had double beds. So I brought my nephew with me, and I brought him with me because he's about to join the Marines, and so that's and then he's about to graduate high school this year. So it was almost like a thank you for the service that you're about to give to the country, and then it's also like a graduation present because he doesn't really travel much, So so basically, like I brought him with me, and so we had that extra bed for him to sleep in. So it was cool.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know that athletic club was Hyatt. Is that like the luxury hotels, and is that brand?
No, I can't remember who. It's Joie de Vivre. I can't pronounce. It's like some French shit. So
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like let me see. I could pull up my
Hyatt's
old.
getting a lot of property.
They are. They're getting a
They're
lot.
pulling up some
So
properties. They're just not, Hyatt name, but
yeah.
they're pulling in some properties. I want to give
So
a shout out
basically,
to.
that's what it's called. I don't know if anyone can see it, but the name is like right up there somewhere. Well, don't show that, but yeah, somewhere up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Joie de Vivre, whatever. Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta get the screen share working.
I do, man. I know. I gotta get it going.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Nate and Jess. They said that they posted this live stream on their Facebook. So we really appreciate when you guys do stuff like that, because then it will get it out to different audience, so some people can jump in from the Facebook group. So that or not. You say Facebook? Wait, actually, let me go back. You said Facebook group or on your Facebook? You said on their Facebook. Let me find it again. But anyway, posting it on your personal Facebook or putting it in the Facebook group, those things really help us out, because it's not just coming from us, it's actually coming from someone else that's saying, hey, go look at this video.
Did Dolly tell you about the bump bed?
What's that?
I said I just saw a comment for Dolly on the bump beds.
Oh yeah, the bump beds. All right, so for those of you guys that don't know, I stayed at a Hyatt. I went to VidCon, it's a video conference for like video influencers. So anyone, YouTube, all these different platforms. And so I got in the room, and the guy, he didn't tell me he upgraded me, but he did upgrade me. So I get into the room, and I'm walking through. It's a pretty small room, but it's a Hyatt place. They're generally situated the same way. But where you have the couch, and they still have the couch, like a separate little area, they had bunk beds in there. And I just thought it was the weirdest thing. But being that I was close to Disneyland, I guess it makes sense. But I called down to try to get them to change hey, can I just change a room? I don't need to have bunk beds. Give it to someone else who could benefit from it, but it's just me. I have a king size bed. There's no reason to have bunk beds in my room as well.
Yeah.
So, we upgraded you, and this is the only upgrade we had at the time. Well, you can change me. There's no big deal. Like, I don't care if you can put me in a regular room. I already know that there's a nice size room anyway. And so I ended up not doing it. But the only reason is because I left, and when I came back, then they're like, oh yeah, we're totally booked. Oh, you can try back in the morning. I'm like, nah, you know what? It's gonna be bunk beds for the next 3 days.
That's hilarious. Like, did you sleep in both beds?
No, I didn't sleep in beds at all. It just sat. I put my luggage and all that stuff on top of it. That's funny, yeah.
So I wanted to bring this up to you. So I actually had Mystic Eric. He's been commenting on my videos lately, and he commented on my American Express Chase setup video, and he mentioned that what he does for his airline hack for the American Express is he'll go to a JetBlue kiosk and he'll purchase $100 worth of points, and that will give him his airline credit. Now, this is something new to me that I've never heard, and I'm always in like the Flyer Talk, chats. I'm always on the, the Reddit chats, and I've never heard of that. So he just asked a question: can you buy points from other airline kiosks besides JetBlue? I don't know. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. To be honest with you.
Because that would be pretty cool. If
So he's saying kiosk. So like when you go to the airport and you get your boarding pass, that kind of stuff.
I'm assuming so. Eric, if you're still here, let us know how how you're getting these buying these points. I think it's pretty cool to be able to let the community know, because there's almost everyone here, probably except for Tech, has an American Express card, I would imagine. So, so that's a pretty cool little hack right there. I'd buy JetBlue points for $100 just to get that, just to get that credit. Because I like JetBlue.
Yeah. The only problem is the value. I mean, you're buying.
That's true.
2 cents or 3 cents per point, or you're not getting good value on it.
Yeah.
It's good to top off though. So if you already have points in JetBlue, it's good to have those points. But usually you don't get that many points with $100.
Right.
So you have to check on that. But if you're trying to get rid of a credit, it makes sense, right? It's going.
If that's the way you're going to get the value out of that annual fee. Because otherwise, look at me. I'm stuck, with like $80 still left on my credit just because whatever it is. So, if there was a way to do that, then I would 100% do it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, Nate just has a question here. Has anyone ever stayed at or recommend Hyatt's in San Francisco Bay Area? Jess and I are flying out there in November to the Bay Area. We'll be staying 3 nights. Okay, so I have stayed in San Francisco. I stayed at they have a Hyatt Regency, really, really nice property. The only thing is it's not like in the heart of everything. So when I say the heart of everything, like the downtown San Francisco area. They do have a Grand Hyatt there. It's going to be a little bit more when it comes to points. But check out the Hyatt Regency. I stayed there. It was a real nice property. But it's right by, I won't really call it a beach, but it's like there's water there. But it's more of a kind of like a business feel where you're out a little bit away from everything. Then they also have a Hyatt Centric. And if you've ever stayed at Hyatt Centrics, those are pretty nice. They're a little more modern, kind of hip, I guess you can say. It's a little different style, but Hyatt Centric, you can check that as well. But I recommend the Hyatt Regency. It might be 12,000 points a night, like that.
Okay, so Eric just chimed in. He said, I bought them where I check in at the BDL airport. He said, and told my friend, and my buddy told me he bought at check-in counter, and it did work. He was on the fence, as was I, but both worked. He said, I wonder if buying them online would work. That's pretty cool. If you're willing, I guess what you could do is buy like $20 worth of points and then see if it works. And then after that, just kind of, spend whatever your remaining, credit is on that card. That would be interesting. If you ever try that out, Eric, let us know so that way we can let everyone else know. We really appreciate that info because, as of up until, just a few moments ago when you let me know on that video, I had no idea. I thought the airline hack was completely dead in the water. So that's pretty cool. And David's calling Eric a genius, which hey, that's smart. If for you know, if that gift card hack. I mean, either way, you're gonna get you know, it's gonna go towards points. So you know, as long as you have your airline listed, you know, then I would say definitely. You know, I would say that's pretty smart.
Yeah, so I see the Hyatt Regency on here in San Francisco. The only thing is they're not, well, for the date that I'm looking, they're not offering points, like a free night using points. But there are plenty of different hotels out there now that I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
And they have this, Hotel Kabuki. That's another Hyatt property that's new. Now that's 20,000 points there. That's a real good value though, because it's $432 a night. This is just looking at for tomorrow. Obviously, it might be less when you guys are going. But yeah, check them out. Hyatt Regency though, I would recommend, but you will be a little bit further out there. Oh, here it is, Hyatt Regency. Here it is, 20,000 points. 20,000 points.
So, Mr. Choco had a question, and I'll let you answer it first, and then I guess I'll go second. So, he said, if you were building your Chase ecosystem today, what cards will you get after having the 2 ink cards? And after having the 2 ink cards...
so the Ink Cash, Ink Unlimited, and then the Freedom card.
Yeah, and the Freedom card. He says, I will be off the CSR CSP 48-month time out of March 2020. So he's at 224 as of today.
So if you're at so he's saying if you're at 224 and you already have those 3 cards?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'll be off Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred. So he doesn't have the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Is that what he's saying?
I'm not sure.
Be off Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred, 48-month time.
I think he has one of them, so I'm not exactly sure what.
Well, let's answer it 2 ways then. Well, basically, if you don't have the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, I would recommend the Chase Sapphire Reserve as the first card that I would get. I'm at 224. I would get the Chase Sapphire Reserve first, and then I would look at. I always like to look at a hotel branded and an airline branded card. So. If you want to stay with the Chase ecosystem, then obviously the World of Hyatt card is there. You also have the Marriott card, as well as what's the other one I'm forgetting? IHG. You have IHG cards, or IHG card if you want to consider that. I would go with the World of Hyatt. Your points just go that much further
for sure
when it comes to booking. And then the airline branded cards. I mean, I always just tell people fly on the airlines first, but if you do want to do the Chase ecosystem, you're probably going to want to get that United card and then go from there. There are other cards you can get to that work with the Chase ecosystem. So even the JetBlue card, that works with the Chase ecosystem. So let's say you don't fly out of the country very often and you like flying on JetBlue, you can still get a JetBlue card. And it's 1-to-1 transfer, and so you'll still be all right in that category. Or in that situation, I should say. So what do you think?
You know, I actually would agree 100% with everything you said, just because, you know, if they're at 224 and they're trying to get more Chase cards, then, you know, that's probably the route you want to go, just because unless you really don't care about the Chase ecosystem, then, you know, then it really doesn't matter. But you really can't go wrong as long as you're getting what suits your spending. I think is fine, and I really do like the Hyatt card over any of the other co-branded cards that they have. I know a lot of people find a lot of value in the Southwest cards because you can, you know, just for getting the sign-up bonuses, you can get that companion pass, but you're only allowed one personal Southwest card, and you're allowed more than one business card. But, you know, I just don't see myself getting, you know, more than one Southwest card, because, I mean, the points earnings on those cards are just horrible for all airline cards, though, you know. So yeah.
Well, I like the JetBlue card. I do like that one.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it does give you grocery stores, and it does give you 6 points for every dollar spent
That
on
is true.
airline
For sure.
purchases, and then it gives you the 50% off on anything you buy, like the food and stuff like that on the plane, which I think is better than any of the other ones that I've seen. Usually they'll say, 25% off of
That is
your purchases.
True. Yeah.
So it's not it's still not the best card, obviously, but I think when it comes to airline branded cards, I think it does okay. When you compare it to some of the other cards, Delta, United.
Yeah.
Delta, you know what? Delta has different tiers. So they have like their regular, $95 annual fee or $99 annual fee. And then they have 2 more tiers that are above that, which do give you some more perks, but you're going to have to pay those higher annual fees and then hope that you can recoup the benefits. So you really have to commit to Delta, because if you don't commit to Delta, then you're not going to be able to use all the different little perks that they offer. So
okay, so Eric said he got 3,600 points from that $100 in spin, right?
Okay.
And he valued it at 1.7, so it was around $61.20. But he says it's up to you. Your mileage may vary. He says, I know it's not the full 100, but better than nothing, which is true. I would agree, because as of, like I said just moments ago, like that airline hack was dead in the water up until now. So I may try it and see what happens. It may be worth it to buy some points. So,
and like I said, if you can top your points off,
for sure.
Say that 3,600 is going to allow you to use the rest of the points you have with JetBlue and fly somewhere. Well, then now it becomes more. I mean, it's only $61 of value if you look at it that way, but it's allowing you to fly somewhere using the rest of the points that you have. So you can. How can I say this? You're still saving money in the long run, because if you need 30,000 points and you don't have 30,000 points, you have 27,000 points. Well, by getting this extra points here, now you can top it off and fly for free, or for almost tax-free.
Yeah.
Fly that way instead of using cash to fly.
Right. No, for sure. So, Dolly, let me know if there's still an echo coming from me. I guess, because my AC turned on and I'm right here next to my AC unit. Yeah. So
we're gonna
that's
why
point
one of these mics here.
Yeah, eventually. I'm just gonna
out.
start stapling all this foam around me, and I might just wrap myself in foam and then put a blanket over me, and then I'll just have to do it.
Yeah,
like
you
this
put a blanket
close.
over your head. That's what you do. That's
Yeah. Yeah,
there's actual videos, YouTube videos, where they say, if you want to get the best sounds.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a thing with podcasters, but this guy put like this blanket over the top of him. He's there talking.
I'm gonna have to shoot my next video with the blanket over and see what kind of retention I get, from audience retention, just from having a blanket over my head. So I don't think I
mysterious.
Yeah.
Probably tune in
like, hey, welcome to my fort. Some dumb crap like that. But yeah. So so Dolly, you did actually miss it. It is $25K for that $100K spent, or that $100K offer for the Amex Platinum. So we did see how much it was, and that's ridiculous. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's 15,000 to hit the 100,000.
No, it's 10,000 to get 50.
10,000?
And then another 15, I thought, to get the other 50.
No, I
not?
think, and you guys let me know if I'm looking at this wrong, but just reading it says earn 50,000 points after you spend $10,000, and an extra
an additional
points after you spend oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's 25,000. Wow. Yeah,
it's even worse than I thought.
yeah. I was
it's
thinking a lot.
If you spend 10,000, you get 50,000 points. But then if you spend 15,000, then you get another 50,000. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So James, David basically answered your question, but that actually just happened. I just got an email from United talking about your points no longer will expire. So that happened maybe like 3 weeks ago, I think. But that wasn't always the case, was it? You're a United guy, so you would know. They had it
for the longest.
Really?
They had that expiration for the longest, and then they started doing the no expiration as a perk, right? Come on, like, you earn the points, you should be able to have them.
Yeah.
Or as long as you have the account open, it would make sense. But Now that's kind of a perk thing where your points don't expire, but yeah, they don't expire with United anymore.
Yeah.
But you need to be careful though. Some airlines, you want to read that fine print, because the last thing you want to do is have earn points and then have them expire.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's probably the least they could do if they're switching to like dynamic pricing, which is probably going to cost you more points anyways, just to book a flight. So the fact that they made them to where they don't expire is, I mean, like I said, that's the least they could do, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, I think we all act like, do you ever get the feeling that with certain, or do you ever come across certain people that will really make a big deal about the smallest devaluation? Or like it's like we didn't have these points to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, and as long as we're able to earn points, for me, I'm cool with it. I mean, I know there's always I want to maximize the amount of points I'm able to get, but just like Eric was saying, something is better than nothing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's always gonna there's always gonna be change. Yeah. And I think United will do. They're gonna have this new setup here that's coming. Is it the 14th? When is it coming? Or has it?
I think it's November. I think it's November. Is it not November? Okay. Yeah.
What? Yeah. So they're gonna have that devaluation, but you know what? They're gonna kind of gauge it too. They're a business. Just like any company, you're gonna look at what is the effect of what you're doing, and if that effect is people moving away from your brand, moving away from those credit cards, well then guess what? They're gonna do sign-up bonuses that are gonna be larger, or they're gonna give you some other perks on the other end to kind of balance everything out.
Right.
And they're ultimately looking for what can we do when it comes to like we don't want to spend that much money on giving people benefits and stuff like that. So how can we streamline this? Because serious people like us that like to travel and like to use these points for travel, we're gonna take benefit. We're gonna use these benefits.
No, for sure.
Not everybody will. Right. So if they can kind of get a balance between people that are not that serious, they might skip a few of the benefits. People like me that are serious, I'm going to use every benefit that I can.
100%, yeah.
So there's going to be a balance there. So I'm not too concerned about the whole devaluation or the changes with United, because I know if things aren't looking right, people are going to leave, and, and they're going to have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I see a question here from Eric, Mystic Eric. He says, do American Airlines miles still expire? And I saw that my boy PG coming through with the answer. He says they do still expire. He says, but they are easy to stay active. I don't have an American Airlines account. I've only flown American Airlines maybe like a handful of times. So I don't have any experience with their points.
I have the Advantage card.
Okay.
And I use it maybe every 6 months. And I just use it for gas. So,
okay.
It's easy that way. Like I have automatic auto pay on it because I don't go into that account very often. So
right,
I have auto pay set for no more than $100, and so that covers that $95 annual fee. But plus, it will cover gas that I get. I don't spend more than $100 on gas, but actually I spend like $60 on gas. But I'll use it once just to keep it fresh. And I'm not too worried about the points expiring. I'm more worried about them canceling my account. So
for sure.
Because I don't use I don't use it for anything else but just getting gas twice a year. So that's how I do it. You should use use the cards that you have. That's why I say don't use it. If you have too many, you're not using it.
Yeah. And then it's that much harder to, keep those accounts open, or just to keep track of, okay, how long has it been since I've used this card? And that's why with that, that's why with that Capital One card that I had, I wasn't using it, but to keep the positive payments reporting, and then to also not have to worry about, oh, when's the last time I, like every first of the month, like I'll buy gas, like buy a pack of gum, not gas, because that's too much money to spend on that card for not getting anything, in my opinion. So if I wasn't getting any rewards for it, I'm not gonna, use it. So a pack of gum is usually about $1.35, depending on what kind of gum you get, and I was okay with that once a month. So put my stuff on automatic payment, so I don't have to worry about it, and that keeps the account open. And oddly enough, though, I did request a credit increase, and they actually denied me because they said that I did not use the card enough. So obviously that just tells you like I wasn't using it at all. And I was like, okay, let me just see if this will work. If not, it doesn't matter. I don't really care, because what I was going to do was going to ask for a credit increase and then try to upgrade the card. And since that didn't work, I was like, okay, there's no point in upgrading the card. It's probably has my lowest credit limit out of all my cards on it. So I really wasn't worried about it.
Yeah. And just so you know, I just looked it up right here. For the American Airlines, the Advantage card, it's going to be 18 months. So your points will expire after 18 months if you have no activity.
Wow.
And so activity to them is either earning or redeeming miles. So you're earning miles if you use the Advantage card. So
Yeah,
like I go to the
that's
gas
true.
station, 2 points for every dollar spent. I go there, I spend $60. I have 120 points. That resets your 18 months.
18 months. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's real nice.
That's the way. That's the workaround. Or if you're redeeming miles, so if you use the card, you have points on your card, or not your card. I'm sorry, you have points in your American Airlines account, and you go ahead and use those points, or use some of those points, and it resets.
So Eric had a question. He said 21 more days till and I'll be out of 524. My choice is CSP or CSR. What are both of your opinions? I travel about 4 times a year and sometimes have long layovers. I think we can both agree.
You answered your own question, man.
Yeah, I think we can agree on the CSR.
Yeah.
Just
you
because,
answered your own question just in the way you wrote it. Like
exactly.
You travel, well, the 4 times a year, yes, I think you're going to benefit more from the Chase Sapphire Reserve than the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But the long layovers, you definitely want to have some type of lounge access. It just makes sense.
For sure.
So, yeah, I think, we're both on board for the Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Yeah. And then also, I feel like the travel insurance for that, for the CSR, what is it? If your flight gets canceled, isn't it like 6 hours? Or if it's delayed 6 hours, right? It's 6 hours. Yeah. And for the CSR, it's 12 hours. So, that's less of a waiting time. And, that you can hang out in the lounge, in the Priority Pass lounge for those 6 hours instead of sitting at the terminal for 6 hours. So, I definitely would, we obviously both agree on the CSR. I have the CSP, and I have an interesting video that will be dropping soon. I have a lot of content that I'm editing. So, and I'm only really trying to restrict myself to 1 video a week right now, just because my life has gotten a lot more busy since I've come back from Mexico. So I just it's on the CSP. So okay, so Eric's saying, that's what I was thinking, but my friend said better bonus with the CSP. Okay, it's only 10,000 points. Okay, so the sign-up bonus for the CSR is 50,000 points. The sign-up bonus for the CSP is 60. Yeah, sure, it's 10,000 points more for the bonus and a less annual fee, but you get no extra benefits from that card. You're going to get, what are you going to get, David? You want to let them know? You're going to get the 300 travel credit, and what else?
Oh, for Chase Sapphire Reserve?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the $300 travel credit. You're getting the Priority Pass lounge access.
Yep.
You're getting and also the restaurant credit. So if we have the long layovers like
$28 restaurant credit. Yep.
They were talking about long layover. You have a restaurant credit. So you have a place, and not every airport, okay? And But some airports, you have a place where you can go and you can sit and have a meal and then go to a lounge and relax. And this is all free. You're not paying. You're not paying anything for that.
Yep.
You also get like you were saying, the travel insurance is a little bit better, where you don't have to wait as long for the delays. And then you don't have, and then you do get like a small little amount of money for a medical emergency, $2,500.
And you also get the global entry credit for that first year, and that's $100. So that's gonna get you global entry and TSA pre-check. So you're gonna get through security faster. You're gonna be able to get through customs a lot faster with that global entry credit, and that's $100. So you think about it, you're getting 50,000 points, plus you're getting that $28 restaurant credit. You're getting the lounge access, which is free food and drinks for, however long you want to stay in the lounge. I think, what is it? You have to be there at least 3 hours before your flight. Is it something like that?
You know what? They don't check.
I mean, I didn't think they did. And then
they might. Yeah. But usually they're not going to say much. And even if you are, especially if they have like a restaurant, if you go to the restaurants, you don't have to worry about it because you don't even have to show them your boarding pass. So if you go and a lot of the way that I set up my flights and everything, and I'm looking at all that stuff. So I'm going on Priority Pass, finding out if they have restaurants there, finding out if they have lounges there.
Right.
And then I can kind of plan my stuff around that. So let's say I do get there earlier than my 3 hours before my flight.
Yep.
Well, I know I can go to a restaurant, have a meal if I want to do that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you even posted on your channel about about the Priority Pass, having that $28 credit, but you said it was $30 with PF Chang's, right?
Yeah, PF Chang's.
So that's awesome. It was
a $30 credit on the receipt they gave me. So yeah, and then another thing too to think about: you're getting 3 points for every dollar spent on restaurants and travel. Where Chase Sapphire Preferred, you're getting 2 points for every dollar spent in those categories. You're earning faster too.
Yeah, Eric, I made the mistake of applying for the Chase Sapphire Preferred just because it had the initial annual fee waived. So it was 50,000 points plus the first year annual fee waived, and then it was $95 after that. But other than that, I have not used the card since. I haven't used it in a long time. I can't even tell you. And I get zero value from the card. Yes, everyone talks about, the best benefit from the card is probably the referrals. I don't refer just people who I don't think are going to use credit in the right way. Like, I'm not just going to refer anybody. Obviously anybody who watches the channel, they're more interested in these, credit card, points and miles, hacks, and everything that we talk about on the channel. But for the most part, they're pretty responsible when it comes to credit. They're not doing mindless spending or, spending beyond their means. They, we both actually, right, Tech? We always preach never holding balances on those cards. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if you do travel and like I can't remember who asked the question or who raised that.
It was Eric, Mystic Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're traveling at all 3-4 times a year, the Chase Sapphire Reserve just makes better sense. Looking at the sign-up bonus, you don't just look at the sign-up bonus when you're looking at getting these cards, because I will guarantee you get that Chase Sapphire Preferred, you have it, you get that 60,000 sign-up bonus, you're all happy. And then a year down the road, you're going to be thinking, you know what, I want to upgrade this card. Or I want to change the Chase Sapphire Reserve, whatever. You're going to want to change that card because there's a better card that's out there. And if you're traveling, you're going to want to take advantage of some of those benefits that card has.
Yeah. So, so I'm actually going to upgrade my card here within the next, I think December is when it's time. But you have like 30 days. Or you have to wait 30 days or you have to do it within 30 days? I think you have to do it within 30 days. You have to request the upgrade, the product change within 30 days of your annual fee hitting. So that way they can. Yeah.
So. I don't know how that all works because I never had to do that. But yeah, you just want to call them and make sure. That's what I would advise. Call them, let them know what you want to do, and then they can guide you in the right direction. And then I think, did you answer Wayne's Wayne just made that comment about the referral links.
Oh no. Actually, I didn't even see it.
So yeah, he's just saying that Chase Sapphire Preferred has referral links. Chase Sapphire Reserve doesn't. That's true.
Yeah.
So you can earn, like I earned 45,000 points on my Chase Sapphire because I do have the Chase Sapphire Preferred still, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Yeah, people don't know this, but Tech is an OG of the Chase ecosystem, because when I came into this, it was completely different. I mean, he has both cards. Now you can only have one, which is ridiculous. But go ahead, Tech. I'll let you keep talking.
And there's no reason for me to have both cards right now. But the only thing that's keeping me is gonna sound bad, but I'm getting referral links. I mean, I'm getting 45,000. That's a sign-up bonus right there.
Yeah.
Just for having that card and having my referral links in the description of my videos. So, I don't know exactly where I don't know what my strategy is yet. As far as I can always downgrade the card, but does it really make sense to downgrade if I'm still able to?
Yeah, that's true.
To get money with the referral links.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to do that. See, the only thing is that I have my referral links in my description as well, and like I think I might have had maybe 2 people use my referral links so far, which is fine. I mean, but I haven't had anyone sign up for the CSP. No one has tried to get that 60,000 point offer yet. So,
And that just goes to show you, I don't even promote it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I promote the Chase Sapphire Preferred, but people.
Yeah, exactly.
They're still, I shouldn't say I don't promote it. I just, I'm being straight with you guys. If you guys are traveling, you're going to want to go with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. If you don't travel, then there is that benefit of going with the other car.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, there. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions?
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? We probably have about time for maybe about 3 more questions. So if you have some questions, make sure they're really good, so that way we can end the stream on the right foot. Anyone?
And that's another thing Nate and Jess just brought up here.
Okay.
So you do with the restaurant credits, and you want to check. I said you want to go on Priority Pass. You can go on their website. They also have an app where you just type in what airport you're flying to or what airport you're leaving from, and you get the $28 credit plus 1. So if you have a person with you, they also get a $28 credit. So it's not just one person. I think David was the only one. David chimed in maybe about a month ago, and he said he tried to use the 2 credits just for him, and it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
End goals for for me. So David said, Flash and Tech, what are your end goals with credit cards, points, credit cards and points? So for me, I just want to. I want to just be able to redeem a few trips that are kind of bucket list trips. One of them is like a honeymoon trip, so that's kind of the main one that that's where the end goal is right now. But I'm sure somewhere down the road it'll be something else. As my daughter starts to get a little bit older, to take her some places to experience. But I can't really say at the moment. I can't say that I won't apply for 9 more cards, but at the moment it's not looking like I'm going to apply for very many more cards moving forward, at least.
Yeah. As far as me, I want to be able to travel 3 to 4 times every year, and my ultimate perfect situation would be kind of like what I talked about before, where I want to have the cards that will allow me to earn, just to continue to earn points and not really have to jump out and get too many new cards. Maybe 1 card a year, and then have all the other cards that are really good earners earning me points, so I'm able to travel that 3 to 4 times every year. And I also want to travel in style. At least do 1 trip where I'm traveling overseas and I do like a true first class or true business class experience.
So and that. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah, and so that's usually going to take a true first class experience, maybe 150,000 round trip. So between 120 and 150,000 round trip. So have those points set aside, but then also be able to do these other trips, maybe 2 or 3 other trips.
Yeah. So Vic says, what's up, Vic? I know you're a little bit late. We're about to end the stream here in a bit, but he had a pretty solid question. Do either of you guys have a cashback setup in case you decide to stop traveling? Now, I think we both are kind of in the same boat with this one. I'll let you go ahead and answer that. Because, I don't have any intention of stopping to travel, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any intention to stop traveling. And the main reason for it is it's worth it. Like it's affordable. So let's play devil's advocate and say that I had to stop traveling for whatever reason. I meet this girl and she just tells me I can't travel anymore or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
But I would still travel, even if she told me I couldn't. The relationship didn't work. It just didn't work.
I'd have to give for sure. That's the boot right there.
You need to get some credit cards, travel credit cards, and we could travel together. But if not, then
you can't come. Yeah.
But let's just say there was something keeping me here where I couldn't travel, and the whole cashback thing. I'm not a big fan of cashback, but there are options. There are with any card. Like there are options. You can get gift cards if you want to do that.
Yeah.
So there are some different options that you can.
Yeah, and technically, we already have a cashback setup because we have the Chase Ink Unlimited. Well, I have the Chase Ink Unlimited. I have the Chase Ink Cash, and I have the Chase Freedom. I don't see the need to get the Chase Freedom Unlimited, but I already have I feel like is a pretty solid cashback setup with just those 3 cards in general. Now, if I were going to somehow just turn into the, all around cashback person, then I obviously would go for the Discover It because they double your points at the end of the year. So potentially, anything you earn in those bonus categories or even just regular, it's doubling at the end of the year for that first year. I would also go for the Amex Preferred cashback card because it gives you 6x on whatever those categories are. Off the top of my head, I don't know. And then I'd probably go for like the Ducks Unlimited card because that's a solid card as well. So yeah. Yeah. So Eric,
when it comes down to it, it's just a lot of the cards that you already have, just like Jason was saying. I have some of the same cards. I have the Chase Ink Cash, the Chase Ink Unlimited. So some of those cards that you have already, they're cashback cards, so you can use them for that purpose. You can also use the Chase Sapphire Reserve and get cash back if you want. In the sense that you can get the gift cards if you want.
Yeah, you can cash it out.
Let's say you want to buy an appliance or something like that, you can use points to do that. I don't recommend doing that, but the only situation where I could see me not traveling is, let's say I have a young kid, and I don't want to travel. I want to spend all my time with my.
Hey man, I have a young kid, and I traveled with her this weekend, and so that I'm not gonna stop traveling just because. And actually, this was actually the reason why I wanted to get more into the points and miles, because it makes it more affordable for you to have a vacation, to have instead of, because I don't feel like I don't want to pour all my money into a vacation when it could be used in better ways for my daughter and whatnot. So I just think I could use the money that I'm actually spending and earn points that way as well. So give me 1 second real quick.
Okay. All right, so let's see. We have any other questions going on here? Let's see. So Nate Jess is saying that I would get the Charles Schwab Platinum card and invest the points instead of cash. Yeah, I guess that's a way to go about it.
Yeah, for sure. So
have that Charles
I would
Schwab
do that
card.
Too.
No, I don't have the. What am I saying? I have the Charles Schwab card, so I'm in the family, so I can apply and get the platinum card.
Right. Yeah. So I have the Charles Schwab platinum card as well, or I have the brokerage account and the the debit card, the checking account. So I would totally get the Schwab Platinum card and cash that out towards the brokerage account and use that towards investing. That's probably the easiest way. I actually just made a shameless plug. I just made a video, so if you go watch it, go give it a like and drop some comments on there. But
one thing I want to say too, right before we go, make sure you guys go to our videos, like the video, comment, because that really helps the video. I've had videos out for, let's say I have a video out, it's been out for a couple months, and we'll have people go over there, they'll watch the video, they'll like it, they'll give it a comment, and then we have a few people do that. Let's say it's like 10 people. All of a sudden that video is now taking off. It's taking off because there's some more engagement, and YouTube sees it. Oh, okay, people are still engaging in this video, let's promote it more. And when YouTube promotes it, then it starts taking off. So please go to Jason's videos, check them out, hit the like button, comment below.
Yeah,
you
guys,
don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to.
I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by November, so help your boy out. Let me get to 1,000 subscribers, so that way I can get better equipment, I can make better content, moving forward. So yeah. So
I'm going to tell you this too, just psychologically. Once you hit 1,000, and I'm talking to everyone here. Once he hits 1,000, he's going to be motivated to do more videos. I guarantee you, because at that point, then you're starting to get closer to the prize, closer to at least getting a little bit of money in return, and then it starts making sense. Like, you guys see the stuff that I have here, the mics and the camera and all the lights and all this stuff. I get motivated to buy all this stuff because I want to make better videos. Because, in a sense, if I make better videos, first we can share the experience together. But I know I'm getting something in return. So when I buy all this stuff, it's not just like me just buying stuff and not being, compensated for it, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But now that, you make a little bit of money, oh, okay, you know what? I made a little extra money. I'm going to buy a camera this time. I made a little extra money. I'm going to buy this. It's kind of like the whole channel feeds itself. So I don't have to worry about pulling a lot of money out, personal money out. And I'm the type of person that likes to invest in stuff. I'll invest my time in the knowledge that I do have when it comes to this stuff, to buying this stuff, if I see that I'm able to at least make enough money to keep it going.
Yeah, definitely. So so if you guys can always drop a thumbs up, comment on the videos, it always helps. 100%. I mean, just all the subscribers that I've gotten, I think I'm a little over 700 now, which is awesome, because I don't think I was around there whenever we had our last live stream. But so I mean, like I said, that was before, to go back to Vic's question, like that was my whole reason for wanting to get into points and miles. I never traveled. I think the first time I ever flew on a plane was probably I was 16, and now I can bring my daughter along with me, and she's not even 1 yet, so she's already getting to experience more than I did at a young age. So that's kind of what I want to do. I'd rather spend the money where it needs to go and use the points for the travel, because that's probably the best scenario, instead of having to always save up, because you never know what could happen. You're saving up all this money for a vacation, and then all of a sudden, like, an emergency happens and you end up having to spend that money, and then guess what? Your vacation, maybe you only get to take one vacation. Your one vacation is now out the door because you had to use that money for that, for that emergency. So so I always, I think points and miles are probably the easiest way to go.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you're saying, and when that question that was asked, if you ever get to the point where you stop traveling or you can't travel anymore, if I can physically travel, I'm going to travel.
Oh, for sure.
Like I said, it's affordable. It's so affordable. Like the trip I just booked to Colombia, I'll be there 10 days. As long as you have the time with your job and all that. Most of us, you're working a full-time job, you're going to get some type of vacation time. So use that vacation time. I can use that vacation time and travel. It cost me $85 to book this flight, round-trip flight to Colombia, and I'm flying in business class. And then on top of that, you're going to need to pay for Airbnb and hotel. I paid a little bit more than I was than I wanted to pay for a hotel. It's like $114 a night or something like that for 4 nights in Bogota. And then I still haven't even booked my Airbnb. I know I'm bad with it, but Airbnb will probably be another.
Yeah, you need to get on that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just can't decide where I want to stay.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
I mean, Airbnbs are pretty good about the price is kind of the same. It doesn't really
that's true.
fluctuate too much. There's nothing going on. Like there's no big event or anything like that. So I'm just trying to figure out, okay, do I want to stay at the place I stayed last time, or do I want to stay in a different area? So that's why I'm kind of waiting around on that. But I have to do a little more research. There is one question Choco had asking me as far as the equipment. So make an equipment set for people. Wait, let's see. Make an equipment set for people who want to start their own channel. Okay, so, and he's just basically saying the setup. So what kind of equipment I use. I have another channel right now, but I haven't posted any videos. I need to start posting videos on that channel. I've been focusing a lot on this channel, on my channel, Travel Explore Click. But I will start posting, and I think maybe I'll do it every week, like once a week. I'll just start posting different videos that are related to building a YouTube channel. So not building a YouTube channel, but the video equipment that you need for a YouTube channel, the sets and all that kind of stuff. It's called Creator Visuals, and you can check it out. Just type it in the search. I'm hoping I'm showing up in search by now. But anyway, I'll let you guys know when that happens. Hopefully I can do it in the next couple weeks. I have a couple of videos already. I just haven't edited them. So once I edit them, then we'll be ready to go. Okay, Braveheart's in the building. What's going on, buddy? All right. That's it. That was my spill.
So Dolly had, this will probably be the last question I'll go ahead and take. So Dolly said, what do you hope your little girl learns from traveling? I really just want her to kind of learn about the different cultures that are out there. And, the world is not just restricted to what's in our area. I think, I just think that'll be, that'll allow her to be a well-rounded individual, growing up and just have a little bit of more open mind in terms of, just how the world operates and stuff. So, I just want her to just have a love for just all these different cultures that are around there, and just for traveling, because I feel like the world is meant to be seen. It's not meant, you're not meant to just stay in one place, your whole life and then just die. I always feel like, there's so many beautiful things out there. So, if these points and miles and traveling will contribute to that, then, I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I possibly can. So, yeah.
The one regret that I have is I didn't get my passport until I was 35. And if I would have got my passport a lot sooner, I would have been traveling a lot more. Like when I was in college, that's the perfect time to travel. You have all that time off. And so that's my only regret at this point, is that I didn't start sooner. So I think starting out, having your kids travel and they actually get to see the world. I remember when I was younger too. I was a kid, and you have some kids that your friends, neighbors, the kids in the neighborhood and all that stuff, and they were traveling and they would tell you about different places. And when you're a kid, you don't really think outside of when you're real little, you just think about what's in your house, right? Like your house, that's a big thing, right? And then you get outside of your house, and now it's like, oh, I get to play in the front yard. That's a big thing. And then you get a car, and then you get to drive around the neighborhood. But you did have some kids that were traveling, so I couldn't even think of like going to different countries and stuff when I was younger. So I wish I would have had that experience. I mean, my parents, they took us on trips, but nowhere really far. I think we went on a cruise to the Bahamas. That was the furthest that we went, which was nice. But I was like, at the time I was like 14 years old. But other than that, we didn't go too far, just like little road trips here and there. All right. All right. We have any other questions? I think we're pretty much.
Yeah, guys. So I think we'll cut it off there, and I think I just want to say, Tech, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It's always fun doing this with you, and you know, I'll see you next week on your channel. But you know, hey guys, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and you know, be sure to go to David's channel and you know, give all his videos a thumbs up, and you know, obviously give our videos a thumbs up, and that will promote them everywhere. So you know, that's the easiest way to promote our channels. Always comment on the videos; those help a lot as well. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys, and I guess we will see you guys next time. So we'll cut it here, and peace.
Take care, guys.
See you, David.